How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are going over the new comic books that are coming out this week for New Comic Book Day. Now, these are all the comics that we're picking up, not everything that's coming out. There's a lot more coming out. We got a nice stack here going on. Also, we're going over all the 8 covers. We are getting majority of variant covers. Sorry, that didn't make sense. We are getting majority of them in a variant cover style cover. Only a couple more we're keeping A style. 8 covers, but you have to stay tuned for New Comic Book Day to see exactly which ones we get the variant covers for. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in. First one we got is Action Comics 1092. We're still with Superman as Superboy, which is pretty cool. He's still trying to figure out the whole gig. You know, you got Captain Comet trying to teach him, you know, probably not in the best way, but he is trying to teach him how to deal with all the problems that come with being a superhero. He found out that Captain Comet is actually dying. So he said he's going to try to help him figure out a way to survive and beat the thing that's killing him. Right here it says Metropolis Meltdown on the cover. It says, for the first time since his unexpected debut, Clark returns to the city of tomorrow obsessed with the future and his place in it, particularly since Captain Comet has deliberately set a mighty obstacle in front of him that he and his family have no idea how to overcome. He needs to earn the trust of the people of Metropolis, and fast. Again, this is brand new to Metropolis. They don't know what's going on. They only had Captain Comet, and it was a little weird situation back then. Now, this new guy, you know, to them is coming and trying to save their town. They don't know how to feel about it because, you know, it's not normal. It's not natural. It's not human kind of thing that's going on because he is, you know, from outer space. They just don't know that yet, but they know something's wrong with him, so they're not a fan of him. It's actually a real fun arc that's going on. I'm enjoying every bit of it, so we're definitely gonna pick this one up. Next, we got the Amazing Spider-Man Torn issue number 2. The first issue was really good. It's just a different kind of story that's going on with Spider-Man. This is with him dealing with either Mary Jane or Gwen. I believe Gwen is a friend. He's trying to, you know, get with Mary Jane in this one. This is like his early days, I think early college days as Spider-Man, which is pretty cool. It says uncover more ancient spider history, learn more not only about one of the best eras of Spider-Man, but also the Marvel universe as a whole. Spider-Man new villain Evangeline, I don't know how to say that, represents foes with the twist foes who will twist Spider-Man and your brain. Plus, Spider-Man's heart is bent by 2 of the greatest women in Marvel universe. So actually, it seems like he's trying to debate which one to go with. So that's, you know, that's pretty cool. Evangeline, I don't know. I mean, that was the lady from the library in the first issue. You can't see what I'm talking about right there. She was like a paid, I don't want to say hitman or assassin. It paid somebody to get this book. Spider-Man tried to stop her. All went south. Now she's a big old monster. Now she's pissed. They're trying to come after Spider-Man. It's a really cool series, actually. So I'm excited to add this one to the collection and read and see what's going to happen. Next, we got Aquaman. It says the Spectre of Darkseid. This is a DCKO tie-in, so I'm all for it. It says the Fall of the King. Mera and the mystery of Atlantis unravels even as Andy moves towards her ultimate goal, and Arthur contends with the power of the blue. But is this power too much for even the king to contend with? And oceanic onslaught unloads in the King of the Seven Seas, and the connection between the Dark Tide and Darkseid is at last revealed. So we're gonna see how Darkseid has to deal with the whole ocean Dark Tide, as they say. You know, it's gonna deal with the Omega power that I guess Aquaman is dealing with now. You know, he got this more power after saving the blue. We don't know exactly what, but it actually might be Omega power. So we're gonna see how it ties in with the DCKO. I'm super excited for it, so we're definitely picking this one up. Next, we got Batman 162. Finally, it's been a while since we got this last issue. It's been at least a couple months for sure. This is continuing of Hush 2. It says Batman versus the Bat Family. Whose side are you on? I'm very excited for it. Hush is one of my favorite Batman stories of all time, so Hush 2 has been really enjoyable. It kind of sucked that they were on a pause for, you know, I think a while. If we look at it, this one's coming out this month. The last one that came out was in July, so we had August, September, October, so 3 months since this last issue. Well, 4 months almost, basically, which is insane. So I'm very excited for it. Might have to read the last issue to kind of catch up, remember what's going on. Maybe they'll do a little, you know, on the last issue, you know, kind of thing, you know, recap is what the word I'm looking for on the last issue. But I mean, it's a really good story. I'm very excited for it, so of course we're gonna pick it up. This one I'm very excited for. It's a brand new series. It is Batman Static Beyond issue number 1. So you got Batman Beyond with Static Shock working together on this one. It looks like this is Elseworlds, so it has nothing to do with the All In or the current Batman stuff. It's its own little thing. I'm not gonna read too much into this, but I'm very excited for it. It's a brand new series. I think this is gonna be my pick of the week. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be. I'm very excited for it. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get this one. Staying with Batman, we got Batman and Robin issue number 27. It's been a fun series reading. It says, as Batman's newest enemy continues to cut a bloody path through Gotham's underground, the dynamic duo works to uncover his motives. What is the connection to some of the city's fiercest villains? What brought him back to hunt them down? And who will be caught in the crossfire? Found out here. This is part 3 of The Quiet Man. We have 2 story arcs before this one. Again, it's a fun series. In the back window, you can see you got Superman and Superboy or Superman again. I don't know exactly how they do it. Yeah, both Supermans. You got Clark Kent and John Kent, so they're both considered Superman, which is cool. But yeah, they're kind of see what's going on while they're figuring it out. It's a good story. Batman and Robin is one of my favorite duo story that's going on, which I mean it's not really much going on anyways, but Batman and Robin is definitely a good one. So we're gonna pick it up. This one is a very sad thing that's gonna happen. This is the last issue of Batman Dark Patterns issue number 12. I'm very sad. This is gonna end an amazing series. I wish they would extend it to 24 or just keep going. It's a really good series. So again, I'm sad that it's going to come to an end. This is case number 4, The Child of Fire. Last issue, it says, can the Dark Knight detective quail the hunger flames threatening to erase Gotham before the city is no more? Or will the Child of Fire's inferno devour it all? Again, it's an amazing story. If you guys have not read it, and I definitely recommend reading it. Maybe wait for the paperback to come out where you can get all 12 stories, because it is awesome. I had the single issues. I'm actually considering getting the paperback once it comes out, so I can have both of them. So if I ever want to reread it, I can keep the single issues safe and protected. I don't have the chance of messing them up, and just read the paperback version of it. Well, I don't know yet. I might just read the single issues again, but the story is really good. It's definitely one to go back and reread. So if you have not read it, pick it up for yourself. If you are caught up and this is a very good story, and I'm very sad that it's gonna end. Next, we got Eddie Brock Carnage issue number 10. This is the last issue, it looks like, of this one. I don't know forever or if it's gonna be a break, because some comics do take a break. But it says, the death of the Carnage. Eddie and Carnage's investigation has hardly gone as planned, leaving him at the whims of a mysterious predator. A symbiote host Eddie remembers from his days as the King in Black. She has the key to killing Carnage, but the price of ridding the world of him once and for all is costly. Will Eddie be willing to pay it, or will the symbiote live to kill another day? So we're gonna see if he's actually gonna kill Carnage, but the risk of that is gonna kill him as well. But I think they're gonna try to see if this other lady, I don't know if her name's gonna be in here. Doesn't show it, so no, can't remember her name. She used to be a symbiote, but she killed it and was able to live, so she thinks she could help him. So we're gonna find out if she's going to. I'm hoping they continue, because it's actually a really good one, maybe into a different series or whatever. But it's a real good story, and I'm sad that it's ending, but I'm very curious to how they're gonna end it. Next, we got Fantastic Four issue number 5. I'm very excited for this one. It seems like it might be a new story arc. If I'm wrong, I might be wrong. I think it's a new story arc. The cool thing about it says nobody expects the Black Cat. Ooh, my God. Sorry about that. It looks like it says nobody expects the Black Cat. So Black Cat's gonna be in this issue, which is pretty cool. I wonder if it's gonna be part of the Black Cat issue that's going on, where she's trying to be a hero, even though it looks like she's trying to be a thief. It says, guest starring the Black Cat. When Reed, Ben, and Johnny leave on a fishing trip in a negative zone, Sue Storm and Alicia Masters are left to their own devices. And no sooner have the guys left than Susan's #1 absolute least favorite person in New York City starts banging on the door of the Baxter building. She wanted for murder. She's being chased by the police as she's covered in blood. That's right, it's Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat. Despite all the evidence pointing to her, Felicia claims she's innocent, and she needs the Invisible Woman to prove it. Against her better judgment, Sue agrees to help, and soon finds herself embroiled in both a murder mystery and a science mystery that may be impossible to solve, while Felicia Hardy's life hangs in the balance. So I wonder again if this is going to be a continue from the whole Black Cat issue, where she's trying to be a hero, and now she's getting blamed for murder, and she needs, the Fantastic Four help. They're not there, so Sue's going to help her. I'm assuming that's what's going to be part of. If not, it just might be a side story, just Black Cat just needs help, I guess. I don't know, but it actually sounds really interesting. Black Cat's one of my favorite female Marvel characters, so I'm excited to see how the Fantastic Four, or should I say Sue, Invisible Woman, can help her out. Next, we got Green Lantern Corps issue number 10. I'm very excited for this because I thought it was gonna stop after the whole Stormbreaker situation was going on, Stormbreaker Corps story arc, but it seems like they're going to continue, which is really good. It's Green Lantern Corps issue 10. In the aftermath of the Starbreaker supremacy, OS shines brighter than ever as home to the entire emotional spectrum. With the shared planet, a patchwork of Lantern territories is rife with conflict as everyone adjusts to the new status quo. The newest Lanterns, including Kelly Voxrow, Ayu and Narf go through Kilowog's Corp Academy while veterans teams search for an escaped science cell prisoners, except the shocking return of a few legendary faces. I'm hoping they're going to explain what's going on with the Jon Stewart situation. He died in the last issue, but at the end of it, or the last story arc, should I say, he died. And at the last issue, it shows the ring going to a different world, and it's supposed to be like Jon Stewart's there again. It's very weird. I don't know if it's a different timeline, different, a mistake or something. It looks like Jon Stewart, but it's not. I don't know, but I'm excited to see if they, touch on that. If not, that sucks, because that was a very interesting take on what was going to happen. But Green Lantern Corps is a very fun issue to read, so I'm excited for it. Mr. Terrific Year 1, issue number 6. This is the last issue of the comic. It's been a fun mini-series. It's been really informative about who Mr. Terrific is, because I didn't know much about him, so it's been very fun to read. Billionaire Athene Prescott was once an ordinary woman of extraordinary wealth, just trying to beat out her fellow titans of tech to the next big advancement in human history, and she was willing to kill to do it. But now her fully powered Nexus engine has ripped a transdimensional tear in the heart of Gateway City and granted her a great and terrible new power she can't control. If Michael Holt hopes to survive, let alone save his city, he'll have to finally embrace his role as Mr. Terrific, which promises to alter the course of his life forever. So again, this is like showing like him now dealing with something like, which is the Omega energy that he was dealing with. We've seen it before in his past life, so it's going through a flashback and how he became Mr. Terrific. So it's actually really fun getting the background of him. So sad to see this series end, but it was a good one. I'm not bummed about it. It's just hopefully it ends really well, and we can see who Mr. Terrific is if the past is going to affect him now and help with the Omega situation, maybe with the whole tie-in with the DCKO event, everything like that. Next, we're getting Poison Ivy 2025 annual issue number 1. This is just a little story of Poison Ivy. They do one, I think they did one last year as well, where it's just like a side story about everything that's going on about Poison Ivy. A tale of time passes. No matter what Pamela Isley does, mercy or slaughter, humanity seems dead set on betraying the Earth. Yet Ivy still refuses to let go of her own humanity to service of that which she claims to love. Hoping to discover a way forward, Poison Ivy sets out to find the living repository of all secrets, the tree of knowledge. But like those who have tasted the tree's fruit before her, Ivy learns far more than she's bargained for. So that's continuing from the actual main Poison Ivy story, which is really cool. But it's like gonna be like a bigger thing. Instead of like a normal 24 to 26 page comic, it's actually 48 pages. And again, it's just a one-off shot where it's talking about what's going on, and it's probably going to set up the future of the next Poison Ivy, which is actually really cool, so I'm excited for it. Another last issue we got is Red Hulk issue number 10. This is the last one, part of the One World Under Doom event that is in the story. Red Flag, Red Hulk and his crew invaded Latveria. Can he bring down Warwolf and dethrone Doom? Featuring the last appearance of Machine Man, Deathlock, and Wildstreak. Find out in this explosive series finale. Again, it was a fun series. This take of Red Hulk, what he was doing to try to stop Doom while Doom is controlling the world, was a real fun thing. He was, prisoner of Latveria, and then the United States don't want him, so he was a prisoner of the United States, which was pretty messed up because they were going against Doom. Crazy story. I'm excited to see how it ends, and then the next step for the Red Hulk, if he's going to get his own series, he's going to be part of a series, I don't know. So we're going to hopefully find out in his last issue. Next, we got Spider-Girl issue number 6. It's been a fun series to read. Trouble at home. In the wake of her fighting with Tombstone, Spider-Girl returns home to Hawaii, only to find her family at the center of a monstrous conspiracy. Meanwhile, Spider-Girl must confront how she has changed since living home with Bullseye, and whether her spider heroics have a place in this new chapter. So she's going back to Hawaii, so I think it's gonna be a new story arc, which is pretty cool. Kind of see where she came from, because I'm sure it talked about it in Spider-Boy. I never read that series, so me getting to find out her background from Spider-Girl's time in Hawaii, where she's from, should be a fun read. And yeah, we're definitely gonna pick this one up. This is a cool little series that's going on. I don't think it's gonna be lasting forever. It's just probably a mini series, and it's been really enjoyable to read. This is Spider-Man 94 issue number 3. This is kind of continuing from the Spider-Man animated show. I don't know the year it came out. I'm assuming 94. That's why they call it Spider-Man 94, because it's supposed to be continuing. It says, who is Ezekiel Sims? While Spider-Man tries to recover the worst beatdown of his life, Morlun continues his dark and twisted plans. Why is Kane stalking the Parker family? And what role does Kraven Kraven the Hunter playing all of this. So we're getting Kraven in this, which is pretty cool. That's awesome. You know, we did find out who Kane was, and Morlun is his dad, I guess, who's like an immortal vampire who's trying to keep Kane alive, but he keeps dying. He's not surviving. So we're going to continue, I believe, on that story and also get Kraven in there, which is pretty cool. So we're definitely picking this one up. Another Spider-Man that we're getting is Spider-Man Noir, issue number 2. The last issue ended off with a bang where we found out, you know, this Gwen lady. Everybody knows Gwen Stacy. She came to Noir to try to have her solve her dad's mystery of how he died because he was a cop. Come to find out he was part of the gang that Spider-Man went to go stop. He accidentally got shot and died, so he's going to figure out exactly what happened. So the cold case gets hot. The investigation into the death of George Stacy heats up, and Peter figures out the murderer's identity. Gwen Stacy isn't going to like it, but in the meantime, meet the newest Spider-Man Noir rogue, Hardboil. I don't know who Hardboil is, so that may be an enemy while he's dealing with this. So I don't know anything about Spider-Man Noir, so this is actually really fun to read because it's a new Spider-Man to me. I love Spider-Man. He is one of my favorite, if not the favorite, Marvel character that I really enjoy. Me and my wife actually really enjoy Spider-Man, our favorite. So anything Spider-Man related is really fun to read, and this one, learning about the Noir character, is really cool. It's a different timeline, different Earth, I believe, as well. Yeah, this is Earth 90214, it says, so not an Earth 616 that all the MCU stuff is currently part of. So this is fun to read, and we're definitely picking this up. Next, we got Supergirl issue number 7, which is pretty cool. It says it's Thanksgiving in Midvale, and Kara is fettering over her first holiday home in a while. With plenty to be thankful for, Supergirl has nothing to worry about, right? Wrong. In the attempt to patch things up with her father, Lena has invited Lex Luthor and his girlfriend Mercy home for the holidays. Machine Nations, I can't even speak, could LexCorp have for the sleepy little town? Find out the heroes and villains sit down to break bread and perhaps bones. So trying to make peace. It might be some arguing and some fighting, as it looks like. The little Thanksgiving themed comic, which is pretty cool because we got Thanksgiving around the corner. So that's actually really cool, like a holiday comic. So we're definitely picking this one up. Supergirl's been a fun series, so we're definitely gonna get it. Superman and the Kryptonite Spectrum issue number 4. This is the second to last issue, I believe, to the whole series. We're figuring out all the stones, the new kryptonites, what they have to do. Superman finds himself somewhere over the rainbow in the landmark issue, featuring the debut of a brand new canon-changing, sure to be essential for all-time character. At the very least, he's awfully cute. What never happened to the man of tomorrow? The answer awaits for inform-bending, head-spinning, mixed-up millie of mites, men, and multicolored Metroids. Dang, they really try to do a tongue twister there. I'm assuming right here is the cute character that they're talking about. Should be fun. It's been a little Elseworld. I don't know if they call it Elseworld or like a Black Label story where it has nothing to do with Superman, his own story. Once this is over, it should not ever come back in the future comics. So again, it's a cool little concept, but what if there was different kind of kryptonites that they just discovered, and how is he going to deal with it? So fun series, can't wait to get it. Next, we got Ultimate Black Panther issue number 22. We got a couple more issues before the end of Ultimate Black Panther. War on the Progenitors. Black Panther and a bevy of new Wakandian war machines designed by Shuri take the offense. With the gods themselves empowering Black Panther, he and his allies can't possibly lose, right? And the betrayer makes themselves known. So they're gonna figure out who betrayed Wakanda. They're dealing with everything that's going on. He has the new suit where it's like a classic suit, but he's actually stronger because now he has the gods on the sides, which is pretty cool. They're gonna deal with everything that's going on. I don't think they're gonna deal with the Maker quite yet, but fun series. I love every bit of it, so we're definitely gonna get it. Another Ultimate that we are getting is Ultimate Wolverine issue number 11. I think we only have a couple more of these issues as well. It seems like it's all coming to an end, which sucks because Ultimate is the best project that's going on with Marvel right now. Everybody feels that way, and it's sad that it's gonna be coming to an end here soon. But I guess it has to end right at some point, so we're gonna figure out how it does. The Eurasian Republic's counter-attack. Furious after the events of the issue 10, Magic Colossus and Omega Red will have their revengeance. Can the opposition survive Dr. Prostovic's psychic bomb? Will Wolverine be able to protect his friends he's only been reunited with? Wait, what? Will Wolverine be able to protect the friends he only just been reunited with? Seems like some people are probably gonna die. I'm assuming that's how it's gonna go. They're pretty pissed, so they're gonna go attacking them and trying to knock them out because they are destroying all the plants and taking over everything like that. Like I said, Fun series. Wolverine is definitely badass in this series. You know, he has that Winter Soldier in him. That's how he started off, but he's, you know, getting rid of it. But I feel like there's a little bit left in him, and that's gonna make things a little difficult. But it's a fun read, so we're gonna get it. I know this video is long. I do apologize. I appreciate you guys standing by. This is the last issue that we're getting. It's Venom 251. This is the continuing the Venom story from the all new Venom. It ended, I believe, on issue 10 and continued back on Venom 250. Now we're at 251. It says, break the streak. Doc Ock is back, the director of operations for Scar, and he's got all new toxin in his sights. Luke Cage isn't happy, but will New York mayor choose to side with human law or symbiotic justice? Plus, MJ gets a new gig, Venom gets a new look, and the roll-licking return of Blue Streak. I don't know exactly who Blue Streak is, so that'd be fun to understand and read about that character. Hopefully get a little background on him. But yeah, they're continuing the Venom story. You know, Mary Jane is still Venom at the moment, I believe. So they got to figure all that out. You know, her home life is not the best right now, but she's dealing with all this other stuff. I'm very excited for it. And yeah, we're definitely gonna pick this up. But that's all the comics that we're picking up for New Comic Book Day. I'm sorry if my voice was a little lower on this video. I am recording this super late. I just want to make sure I got these out for you guys as soon as possible that I could. I know it's probably not an early upload. It'll probably be an afternoon upload. So again, I do apologize. But I hope you guys still enjoy. If you did, let me know by liking the video, subscribing to our channel. We're very close to hitting the 200. So subscribe, share the video if you're not. If you are subscribed, share the video to somebody who's not subscribed so that they can subscribe to the channel. Again, sorry if my words have been all mixed up tonight. Again, recording this very late, but hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.